Who lives in the pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, the sun, hell, and forest and sea. SpongeBob SquarePants is not going nonsense if something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants, and drop on the neck and float like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Ha 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 ha. What is going on, guys? Samuel One Wilson with the Views here, back with another movie review for you all. As today, I'm here to review the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. This is the third theatrical release SpongeBob movie. We got a majority of the cast returning along some new faces. And basically, we follow SpongeBob as basically due to sequence, his snail ends up getting kidnapped, and then he must go to Atlantis to rescue him. Now, honestly, I was actually kind of excited, honestly, because, again, I found that I wasn't sure how I feel about it, and I saw that trailer, I was like, yeah, I'm up for it. Because, like a lot of people, I grew up with SpongeBob. SpongeBob has been like a huge part of my life. I freaking love a lot of things involved in that show. Even nowadays, like, it has bad episodes and seasons. I think it's also kind of better going along. Definitely all some great episodes, even to this day, honestly. Like, though you know that Nickelodeon's kind of just showing this one, though I'll touch upon that later. But overall, I love SpongeBob, and I especially adored the previous two movies. Like, the first one's definitely one of my most rewatched movies ever. Like fun story, felt like a whole trip I went to see my Aunt Donna. I basically did nothing but watch this movie constantly. That's basically all I did during that trip. No joke. And the second one was definitely not as good. It's definitely a film I've grown to appreciate a lot more whenever I rewatch it. Which that's obviously because they're like Nickelodeon, and of course I have kids nieces down in SpongeBob, so yeah. So I don't think Chris when you do this story, it really kind of seems like a retread of how he sees the style, which is definitely one of the best episodes of the show, but I think I'm possibly able to do this in a more unique way and interesting way. So after actually seeing the movie myself, what are my thoughts on the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run? Well, before I do my thoughts on the SpongeBob movie SpongeBob on the Run, and you guys haven't already, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, and I would love to know what your thoughts on this movie and the previous two SpongeBob movies down in the comment section below. Well, not my thoughts on SpongeBob as a whole. So anyways, let's get to the review. So kicking us off, what I like about the movie is the animation. Like, I adore the CG animation. Like, it's so interesting how these movies definitely do take a little more liberty to the animation. Of course, especially the last one, they tried to do more CG live action thing, but now just more full CG animation. I think all of it's nailed perfectly, honestly. Like, it's very detailed, beautiful, vibrant, and it still captures a lot of the beautiness of Bikini Bottom and SpongeBob as a whole. So, I definitely like the animation overall. And the voice acting is once again top notch. Like, say what you're talking about, but voice acting is always top tier, top notch in everything they do, and this is no exception. Not the voice actors who kill in all the characters already, like Tom Kenny and all the other voice actors who voice these iconic characters are just fantastic. And some of the new ones, it's like that. I get that place excited, but he was really good. And Keanu Reeves, though, who plays a tumbleweed, by the way, a freaking tumbleweed, easily steals the show. True perfection. Like, everything he's in, he just freaking steals the freaking show. Like, wow, he is amazing in the movie. Like, and overall, the movie still plays a lot of the humor and a lot of the characters that you love, like, from SpongeBob. You still get a lot of the fun interactions, a lot of the fun shenanigans that go with a movie like this, and it's fun in general. There definitely was some moments down where I was definitely laughing out loud. Like, even the music wasn't really that bad at points. Like, overall, there's some moments that made me remind myself of why I love SpongeBob and why SpongeBob is such a beloved icon. Like, definitely a lot of humor and moments that we go, aww, and there's some moments that definitely made me laugh out loud. Like, this, honestly, is definitely, in my opinion, a lot to enjoy about SpongeBob on the Run. There's a lot of greatness and fun to be had with the movie. Unfortunately, there are definitely some issues that really do break it down. Just hold on. I still enjoyed this movie overall. there's still a lot of fun elements behind this movie. And fortunately, there's like let's sure I comment on the fact that the story doesn't really like pop, doesn't really like, because again it feels like a rehash of the snail, and they don't really do anything unique with it. Because even the previous movies, you know, they kind of touch upon stuff. That, in the last movie, they kind of rehashed stuff on SpongeBob, and at least try to do something different with it. Here, not really, just kind of basic, and I was kind of disappointed because I was really expecting something, you know, unique, if you know what I'm saying. And also some of the humor can be very cringy, especially when some music is fine, but it gets some like this cameo from Snoop Dogg that's like, okay, and also there's one they actually do like a dream sequence type of thing that makes some portions feel pointless. It's also like, I don't know, it's too much, but it does some aspects on the story that didn't really make much sense, or some humor that really fell flat, but the main thing that really holds me back from pure on the good scale, honestly, is the entirety of the whole Camp Girl thing try to push, and again, well, it's just all coming because I did kind of hit that Camp Girl's gonna be in the middle of it, but I thought it was gonna be just like one scene, like following him seeing Gary, but no, it's a lot more than I actually anticipated, and I really don't like it at all. Like, it's just kind of shoved into the movie for no fucking reason. Like, how they did just doesn't really make much sense if you really think about it. Even the whole thing where they try to tell stories, like I don't want to get spoiled, obviously, but there's certain thing that Bon SpongeBob happens, and Gang has to kind of help him out, and telling stories about Bob and SpongeBob, about how they met him and all that. Just everything all that just doesn't really make much sense if you really think about it. It sometimes makes no sense that part. I mean, the fact that it just blatantly advertising just something that doesn't really need in the movie makes any sense. And it just felt very corporate and soulless, and it wasn't interesting at all, honestly. Like I don't know why to even remember. I know, money. And honestly, I really wasn't looking at the whole Camp Crow shoving down your throat like they were trying to go for, because I've never been pumped for Camp Crow, honestly, considering that it's kind of hints that Steven Spielberg didn't really want any prequels or side stuff involving SpongeBob at all, so they're kind of like spitting on him in a way, if you really think about it, but seeing this makes me not want to watch it at all. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that, but yeah, the whole Camp Crow thing really brings the movie down. Maybe aside from the whole gear thing, everything else they try to shove in here, Fall Camp Crow just really brings the movie down. And so, it's oh my, I'm again, it doesn't really need to be in the movie, and it just feels like there's just an advertisement for the prequel series that's probably coming out next year, I believe. But yeah, I always thought that was my idea, and this movie kind of exemplifies why it's my idea. Now, despite all this said, I still enjoy SpongeBob Run overall. I still think it's a fun, decent little movie. But when you compare it to the previous two movies, this is definitely the weakest, and I don't know what I say, because of that, I kind of felt disappointed. I think it was my most anticipated film of the year, honestly. I think it was in top 10 somewhere. But I was still excited for this movie because I do love SpongeBob. I thought this had great potential to actually be a great film. But unfortunately, it's a story where they kind of just don't do anything unique like I thought it would. Some pretty bad humor, and such shoving in on Camp Crow, and the shoving on the whole Camp Crow series really brings it down. It really just brought the movie to a halt, and just doesn't make any sense in some ways. It doesn't really make sense, but you still get a lot of the charm and humor and the coolness that you expect from SpongeBob. You still get your interactions, you still get some fun moments, you can't really see the show. There is fun we had. It's something I overall would still recommend. I would still recommend you guys check out this movie. And especially if you love SpongeBob, I'm sure you have probably more than I do. Just don't expect this to be on the par of the first two movies. So overall, I'm going to give the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, a mine go blank. Well guys, I hope you all enjoyed me discussing the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run. If you have seen this movie some way, I would love to know down in the comments down below what are your thoughts on it. And again, I would love to know what your thoughts on SpongeBob as a whole and the previous two movies, and about this whole Camp Grow stuff, and there's also going to be like a Squidward spin-off and a Patrick spin-off as well. No joke, they're doing that. But I'll let you know what down on this movie and anything more SpongeBob in general down below. I did do actually a top 20 best SpongeBob episodes last year, I believe. If you guys want to check those out, that's actually one of my favorites I've done. So be on the look for that. And let me know if you do want to see do another list on those. So. And I have a lot more videos coming very soon. It might be kind of slowed down a bit next few weeks because I kind of work at the job at Wendy's right now. So next few weeks might be less videos. So just want to let you guys know on that. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't, be sure to like this video, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow all my social media sites, all the description down below. I am Sam One World from Sam World Views. I will see you next time, and as always, stay cooler. But hey, peace.